Hello, everyone. Welcome back. Before we start, here's how to do this shadowing practice the right way. Listen to one sentence, pause, repeat it out loud. Copy the sound, copy the rhythm, and copy the confidence. Don't rush. Don't try to be perfect. Just sound natural. All right, let's get into the story. Today, I want to tell you a story that hits different. It's about a man who started from a very simple life and still became one of the richest and most famous footballers on earth. You already know the name, Cristiano Ronaldo. When we see Ronaldo today, we see the luxury house, the expensive cars, the perfect body, the millions of fans screaming his name. He's one of the most followed people on Instagram too. But most people don't really know what his life looked like before the fame. Because before he became Cristiano Ronaldo, he was just a kid from a small island, trying to make something out of nothing. And the real reason he became great isn't just talent. It's the way he handled pressure, pain, and loneliness. That's what makes his story powerful. Cristiano Ronaldo dos Santos Aveiro was born on the 5th of February 1985 in Funchal, Madeira, a small island in Portugal. He was the youngest of 4 children. His family wasn't living that easy life. They didn't have extra money. They weren't surrounded by comfort. His father, José Dini Aveiro, worked as a gardener and also did small jobs to support the family. His mother, Maria Dolores, worked as a cook and cleaner. They were working hard just to keep everything moving. Life wasn't fancy. It was simple, tight, and stressful sometimes. They lived in a small house. No luxuries, no big vacations, no extra anything. Some days were heavy. And Ronaldo later shared that his mother would put the kids first even when it was hard for her. That type of love stays with you. It becomes part of you. Ronaldo loved his father, but his father had problems too. He struggled with alcoholism, and that affected the whole family. As a kid, Ronaldo saw things he shouldn't have had to see. He saw his mother carrying pressure. He saw the tension at home, and even though he was young, those moments shaped him. In 2005, when Ronaldo was only 20 years old, his father passed away. That loss hurt him deeply, and instead of letting it break him, Ronaldo used it as fuel. He wanted to make his father proud, even if his father couldn't see it anymore. From a very early age, Ronaldo was obsessed with football, not just liking football. I mean, he lived it. He played barefoot in the streets of Madeira. If he didn't have a real ball, he would use anything. A plastic bottle, a rolled-up sock, whatever worked. Other kids teased him sometimes. They said he took it too seriously. But Ronaldo didn't care. He had a dream, and he was already locked in. At just 8 years old, he joined a local team called Andorinha, where his father worked part-time as a kitman. Even at that age, people noticed something different about him. He was fast. He was sharp. He was focused. By the time he was 10, he was already becoming a local star. Coaches and teammates used to call him a crybaby because he would cry when they lost or when someone didn't pass him the ball. But honestly, that wasn't weakness. That was his hunger to win. He didn't know how to accept losing. That mindset later became his identity. Then at 12 years old, he made one of the hardest decisions of his life. He left his hometown. He left his family. He left his island. And he moved to Lisbon to join Sporting CP's academy. Imagine being 12 years old and living away from your mom for the first time. New city, new people, new environment. He felt lonely. He missed his family badly. He cried at night, but he didn't quit. His mother told him something that stayed in his head. "Cristiano, you are our hope. You must be strong." And he held on to those words like a promise. At the academy, Ronaldo had to fight for respect. The other kids teased him because of his Madeira accent and his skinny body. They called him names. They tried to make him feel small, but Ronaldo didn't fold. He used the pain as motivation. While others rested, he trained. While others played around, he stayed focused. He wasn't trying to fit in. He was trying to become someone. Then at 15 years old, life hit him with a serious challenge. During a routine checkup, doctors found that Ronaldo had a racing heart condition. It could have ended his football career before it even started. The doctors gave him two options: stop playing football forever or take a risky surgery. For most people, that's a terrifying decision. But for Ronaldo, football wasn't just a hobby. It was his future. It was his way out. It was his purpose. So he chose the surgery. It was risky, but it worked. And just a few days later, he was back on the field training again. That moment tells you everything you need to know about him. Even as a teenager, he wasn't built to give up. After the surgery, Ronaldo trained like his life depended on it. And honestly, it did. At 15, while most kids were chilling, playing games, and wasting time, Ronaldo was already living like a professional. He practiced every day, hours and hours. He ran faster, trained harder, pushed himself beyond comfort. He didn't just have skill, he had discipline. He would wake up early to work on his weaknesses. If his left foot wasn't strong enough, he trained it. If his headers weren't perfect, he repeated them. If his dribbling needed more sharpness, he stayed longer. Some players laughed at him like, "Bro, why are you doing so much?" But Ronaldo wasn't playing football for fun. He was building his life. His coaches started saying things like, "Cristiano trains like his future depends on it," because it did. At 16, he started training with Sporting CP's first team. That was huge. Most players never reached that level, especially at that age. But Ronaldo wasn't just surviving there. He was standing out. Then, in 2003, when he was 18, Sporting CP played a friendly match against Manchester United. That match changed his life. Ronaldo played like he had something to prove. His speed, his footwork, his confidence, it shocked everyone. Manchester United players were struggling to stop him. After the match, Sir Alex Ferguson told his staff, "We need to sign that boy. He's a future star." Within weeks, Ronaldo signed with Manchester United, becoming the first Portuguese player to join the club. But moving to England wasn't easy. New language, cold weather, harder football, stronger defenders, more pressure, and people doubted him. Some said he was too flashy, too fancy, too much show. They thought he wouldn't survive in the Premier League. But Ronaldo didn't argue with words. He answered with work. He stayed after training to practice free kicks, penalties, dribbling. He watched videos of great players. He studied how defenders move. He learned how to become more efficient, more dangerous. He also worked on his body. He went to the gym, built strength, improved speed. He followed a strict diet and avoided junk food. He once said, "Your body is your temple. If you take care of it, it will take care of you." While some players relaxed after matches, Ronaldo trained. He didn't just want to be good, he wanted to be the best. By 2007, Ronaldo helped Manchester United win the Premier League. He was scoring, assisting, and becoming unstoppable. But even then, he wasn't satisfied. He always wanted more. In 2008, he had one of the greatest seasons of his career. He scored 42 goals in all competitions. Manchester United won the Premier League and the UEFA Champions League. And Ronaldo won his first Ballon d'Or at 23 years old. He was officially the best player in the world. And here's the crazy part. He still trained like he wasn't. That's what made him different. He didn't let success make him lazy. He didn't start living like, I made it, I'm done. He stayed sharp. He stayed hungry. His teammates called him a machine because he was always working. First to arrive, last to leave. And this is where I want you to catch something important for your own life. Ronaldo didn't win because life was easy. He won because he became the type of person who doesn't need motivation every day. He built habits. He built discipline. He built standards. And that's the real cheat code. If you're doing shadowing right now, don't wait to feel ready. Just repeat the sentences every day, even when you're tired. That's how your English becomes natural. That's how confidence is built. Not in one day, in small reps, just like Ronaldo. In 2009, Ronaldo made another massive move. He joined Real Madrid for a record-breaking transfer fee of 94 million euros. This wasn't just a transfer. This was global pressure. At Real Madrid, the fans expected goals every match. The media watched every move. People compared him to legends, and the pressure was insane. But Ronaldo didn't hide. He didn't run. He faced it. In his first season, he scored 33 goals. Great season. But for Ronaldo, that was just the beginning. In his second season, he became unstoppable. He scored 40 goals in La Liga, breaking records. He became a nightmare for defenders. He could score from anywhere. Left foot, right foot, headers, free kicks, penalties, long shots. It didn't matter. But he wasn't only a scorer. He became a leader. He pushed his teammates. He carried the team in hard moments. When the match got stressful, Ronaldo didn't disappear. He showed up. During his Real Madrid years, the rivalry with Lionel Messi became legendary. Every fan argued Ronaldo or Messi. That rivalry pushed Ronaldo even harder. But he didn't say, I hate Messi. He used it as competition. He once said, I don't compare myself to others. I compete with myself. I want to be better than I was yesterday. That mindset kept him improving year after year. One of his biggest dreams was winning the Champions League with Real Madrid, and in 2014, he helped them do it. Real Madrid won their 10th Champions League title, La Decima. Ronaldo scored in the final and celebrated like a man who waited his whole life for that moment. And he didn't stop there. Real Madrid won 3 more Champions League titles in 2016, 2017, and 2018. Ronaldo became the all-time leading scorer in Champions League history with over 130 goals. In the 2017 final against Juventus, he scored 2 incredible goals and proved again he was built for big moments. He won multiple Ballon d'Or awards during this era and became a football legend. But even with all this success, he still faced criticism. People called him arrogant. Some said he was selfish. Some hated him for no reason. Ronaldo's response was simple. Results. He once said, "Your success is the best response to your critics." And he lived that. Then, in 2018, at 33 years old, Ronaldo shocked the world again. He joined Juventus in Italy. People doubted him. They said he was too old. They said he wouldn't dominate in a new league. They thought he would slow down. But Ronaldo doesn't move based on other people's opinions. He arrived in Italy with one mission: prove that age is just a number. In his first season, he scored 28 goals and helped Juventus win the Serie A title. And one of his most iconic moments came against Atletico Madrid in the Champions League. Juventus lost the first leg 2-0. Everyone thought they were finished, but Ronaldo refused to accept that. In the second leg, he scored a hat-trick and carried Juventus to victory. After the match, he said, "This is why Juventus brought me here, to make the impossible possible." At 34, his fitness was unreal. He was still fast, still explosive, still hungry. Younger players said they had never seen someone work like him. Even when the league was tough and defenders were aggressive, Ronaldo adapted. He watched videos, studied opponents, found weaknesses, and kept scoring. At 35, he set another record. He became the first player to score 50 goals in the Premier League, La Liga, and Serie A. In one match, he scored a header where he jumped so high it looked like he was flying. Later, people said his jump was higher than many NBA players. When asked how he could still perform like that, he said, "It's all about hard work, discipline, and the will to be the best." Off the field, Ronaldo was also a father, a family man. He loved his kids. He showed them discipline and love. He trained with his son Cristiano Jr., teaching him that success is earned. In 2020, the world faced COVID-19. Football stopped. Many players lost fitness. But Ronaldo trained at home like a machine. He posted workouts and inspired fans to stay strong. When football returned, he came back sharp. At 36, he became Serie A's top scorer in 2021. Then Ronaldo returned to Manchester United. Fans went crazy. His debut felt like a movie. He scored 2 goals and reminded the world he was still elite. His teammates were shocked by his discipline. One young player said, "Cristiano trains like he's still 20. Even at 37, Ronaldo kept scoring, kept proving people wrong. He always reminded people, talent without hard work is nothing. Ronaldo's life wasn't perfect, though. In 2022, he and Georgina suffered a heartbreaking loss when one of their newborn twins passed away during childbirth. It was one of the hardest moments of his life. He later shared, "It was the hardest moment of my life, but I had to stay strong for my family." And still, he returned to football. Not because he didn't feel pain, but because he chose to move forward. He also gave back to society. He donated millions to children's hospitals, funded education projects, and supported disaster relief. He said, "I've been blessed with so much. It's my duty to give back." As he approached his 42nds, Ronaldo also started planning life after football. He invested in businesses like hotels and fitness centers. He wasn't only building a football legacy, he was building a life legacy. Cristiano Ronaldo's journey from a small island kid to one of the greatest athletes ever is more than a sports story. It's a story of resilience, growth, and discipline. And here's the second thing I want you to take from this, especially if you're practicing English and trying to level up your life. Ronaldo didn't become great because he had perfect conditions. He became great because he refused to live like an average person. He didn't let the past control his future. So if you're doing shadowing right now, don't treat it like just practice. Treat it like your upgrade. Every sentence you repeat is building your voice. Every day you show up, you're building your identity. The same way Ronaldo built himself. Quiet work, loud results. Now let me leave you with this final thought. Most people don't follow what they truly want. They live on autopilot. They work, they sleep, they repeat. But a small percentage of people decide to take action. They decide to build something. They decide to become someone. Ronaldo was one of those people. He started with nothing but a dream, and he turned it into reality through consistency, discipline, and belief. His life teaches us this. Excuses don't build success. Pain doesn't mean stop. Struggle doesn't mean quit. It means adapt, improve, and keep going. Stay humble, but stay hungry. Even after becoming one of the most famous athletes in the world, Ronaldo kept pushing. He didn't settle. He didn't relax too early. He stayed in motion. And your struggles can become your strength too. So ask yourself, which side do you want to be on? The side that settles or the side that creates? Because at the end of the day, only you can change your life. The question is, are you ready to work for it?